Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for being here. Thank this venue for having this event. Our city needs strong and confident leadership, and putting the needs of our children first in every way is the way that this city is going to move forward. I've served on the school board for about a year now, and I've served on the council for 4 years, and yes, it's come to this. I vigorously pursued the remaining funding for rebuilding Baker High by making one call. That was all. Just imagine what we can do together with my 4-year plan and beyond. My 4-year plan is vibrant and it's attainable because I believe in getting the job done. And a vote for Joyce Burges is to tap into the hidden resources of the city of Baker to revitalize and to reinvent this city. I think about financial transparency and accountability, bringing more revenue into the city of Baker. I think about the Leland area where there are no sidewalks, almost a forgotten community. We need to revitalize that area. And of course, my thing, education, excellence in education and building new schools. You know, the city revenue is down, and so rebuilding new schools, we had to seek other funding to rebuild new schools. And when we increase our revenue to rebuild new schools, we can have that. You know, I think about city contract services, our garbage people, and I think about our utilities. I think about those things that are on your heart, those things that concern you with our utility bill that fluctuates back and forth, and you wondering, is this something that I'm using? Am I really using this much water? I think about a clean city. This is what we need for the city of Baker. When I drive down Groom Road, Highway 19, Plank Road, and I see the slum that's there, you know, we can do better. That is the least we can do, is clean up this city. Last year, my team brought in federal aviation people to the Baton Rouge Airport for the children of the city of Baker to participate in. We need activities for our children, and we don't have that. And so as a mayor of the city, those are some of the things I want to do. I look at this. You have two roads before you. You have the past and you have the future. We can't go back to the past. And you know what? We definitely cannot stay where we are. And so a vote for Joyce Burges, the road that I ask you to choose, a vote for the future that's prosperous, a future that is flourishing. Others have had their chance. You know, these gentlemen have had their chance to serve you. And what have you seen? This is the thing that I'm asking you to do from Joyce Burges, to vote for me. Nearly 20 years ago, there was a time in my life nearly 20 years ago where I felt that God was leading me to this position. And I'm asking you for a chance. I am Joyce Burges, number 226 on the ballot, and I would love to be your mayor. As I say this, I think there are two camps. You know, there's a camp pro-progression, and then there's a camp that's anti-progression. And you need to think about what camp you're going to choose. We choose the camp to progress and to move this city forward. I'm Joyce Burges, number 226 on the ballot, and I ask you to support me. Give me a chance to serve you. Others have had their chance, and this is the reason we're here today, is because others have had their chance. So I'm asking you for that. Thank you so much for listening.
Man. All right. Thanks again for tuning in to Electronic Media, Gulf Coast, and the Who's Who. All right, we're getting ready to talk to one of the Who's Who of the city. She's making some moves. She's been making moves a long time. Matter of fact, we got a husband and wife team that we're finna talk to. So let's get right into it. Who are you and what's the plans? Because I know we didn't give you much time to talk on the stage.
Well, I'm Joyce Burges, and I'm a candidate for mayor of Baker. And one of the things that I want to do, I'm 226 on the ballot, but one of the things I want to do is look at economic development, because the city of Baker has lost economic development. We lost businesses. We have lost property owners. You know, our property taxes and our sales taxes, those things are middle road to what my grandma used to say, middle road to Pitland, is that was it? And so we don't need that in the city of Baker. And some of the citizens are concerned about our utility bill, because the utility bill fluctuates back and forth. And some of the people are wondering, you know, am I really using this much utility? And so I want to make sure that we have a professional organization, a professional administration for the citizens of this community. The citizens of Baker deserve much, much more than what they're getting right now. There are so many untapped resources into this community that a lot of this current leadership have no clue about, and I do, because I am a servant. I have worked for the people of City of Baker. I serve on the school board now. I was very instrumental in getting the last funding stream to rebuild Baker High, so I'm very excited about rebuilding Baker High, because I made one phone call, Fred, just one phone call, and that was all. And so I'm just concerned about our citizens. They are not getting what they deserve.
Okay.
They deserve so much more.
Well, I have a real quick question, short and easy. Now, you talk about education,
Yes.
okay? You've been doing the homeschooling thing and like that. See, because I don't think a lot of people know the background, to warrant you being who you are. What about the homeschooling and all that stuff? How long have you been into this? 'Cause you've been into this for a while.
Well, I've lived, my husband and I, we've been married for 43 years, and we lived in the City of Baker for 35 years. And of those 35 years, 30 years, my children were in Baker schools, but it's all about the children. So as parents, we felt that our kids needed one-on-one attention, so we homeschooled for 30 years. And that made me an amazing educator until it's all about the child. It's not about bureaucracy. It's not about school boards. It's not even about the superintendents, but it's about the teachers and the children, and making sure that we as these leaders give these children and teachers what they need to make sure that education is excellent. You can't be one-on-one attention, and sometimes children need that one-on-one attention. And so as parents, that's what we did. And by the grace of God, all of our children are doing well, and we're now in the second year of the second generation, rather, of homeschooling. And so that's what it's all about. It's all about the citizens of this community. It is about the children, growing economic development, making sure that we are financially transparent and accountable. Because if we do not pay attention to our finances, just like if you don't pay attention to the finances in your home, you're going to go broke, right? And we don't want those things to happen in the City of Baker is about family, faith, and fellowship. That's what we're all about. And I just want to make sure that we have something to continue that fellowship in the City of Baker.
Well, now I have to, we got to get out of here for a second. But right before we leave, I just got to ask one question to my man.
Yes, sir.
I know, you guys say you've been married 43 years? More?
43.
Okay, I'm going to say, God. well, now, the question that I have to you is that this woman has accomplished a lot. She's doing a lot. And you making moves too. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, how do you guys keep all of that together?
Because it's a lifestyle. When we started homeschooling, it was something that we did, and we had to do it together. We had to be a team. And, that's the thing that makes everything work in a marriage. You got to be a team.
Okay.
Oh, and then also with my card there, you see where it says Burges for Baker.
Okay.
See, sometimes there's a misconception of what Baker is, because people talk about Baker, the entity. Baker is families. Baker is people, and that's the thing that gets lost in the midst of these conversations, like you heard tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of things about what have been done that have not really impacted the families themselves.
Okay.
They've just been all of these pitch-hitting things that make certain people look good, while there are other individuals that are held hostage within this city from extending themselves and being all that they can possibly be, and making this a place that everybody benefits from, not just a couple of people that get a bite off the pie.
Amen. See, I got to get out of here because I can talk with you guys. Well, y'all already know I can talk to y'all forever. But let me get out of here, man. Once again, this is Fred with the Who's Who, and these are two of the Who's Who in your Baker City.
Mayor and City Council District. Okay.
Yes.